An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Here we go.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
First down, 49ers.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Here we go.
Mike 54. Got you. I got you, son. I got you.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Carl Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Watch one, watch one. Wide.
Hey. Yeah, fight it.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Check 37. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Forced out to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play in the 2nd and 3rd level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go, D. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Nick Vigil. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Alexander. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Defense, get off the field, defense.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Dan feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Let's get off the field. Check.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo, eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And Gold is able to put it through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give him a chance to take a deep.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Andy Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Ross, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Dalton to throw. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Here we go. Black 80!
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, D.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, fellas.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Coleman now. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Mike 54. You got nothing there.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Mike's 54.
Throwing on second down. Dalton going deep downfield for Roll. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Bengals. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Right there, 56. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 23.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a run with Mixon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Mike's 59. I'm trying to collect. Switch.
On 2nd and goal, Dalton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You.
Dalton now to pass. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Pick me up. Here we go. Here we go. Can.
Mine's 54.
Bravo.
54. Check.
Hands up.
3rd down. A shot here for Dalton. Flush to his right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll let this thing go. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Niners 27, Bengals 13.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
All day, defense, all day.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
368. Hey, Delta.
Hatchet. Deuce.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Garoppolo looks to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We get down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. Andy Dalton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Dalton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
65.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey,
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Another try after the first down sack. Dalton to Mixon on the check down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Here's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go. 180. 2.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for San Francisco, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head